So this is what I did with my timeline. I got more videos from Pixels. I placed them next to each other, and based on the beat and what the author is saying, I split the clips and got rid of the extra bits. So now I got myself a decent framework to work on. All that's left is to bring in those sound effects, and we should be ready to go. So just like the previous lesson, you want to make a list of the audios that you need. It helps to watch your video on mute so that you can focus on what's happening in each video. Now the thing about these types of clips is that the focus isn't really on the videos, but mostly on what the author is saying. So you don't want to grab any crazy sounds, any sound that is too loud and can overpower the poem. You always want to grab something that complements the vocals. So even for the videos, you probably notice that they're mostly slow motion and there's nothing crazy going on in any of them. That's because I don't want the audience to get distracted by what's in the videos and just stay focused on what this person is saying. So make your list, and now we can head to the platform to download our sound effects. I'm using freesound.org for this, but again, you can use any other platform. So I downloaded all of my sound effects, and now before I bring them into Premiere Pro, I need to organize my project panel. Then make a bin out of all these different audios. Now this bin doesn't mean that you're just deleting everything permanently. It's just meant to keep things organized. I'm going to call it music and vocal. Then drag all of these guys, put them into this bin. So I can always go back here and do my thing. But this way I can keep things more organized as I bring on more footage. You can do the same thing with your videos. Call it videos. Grab all of your clips. Be sure not to grab your sequence. The icons are different. This is a sequence. This is a video. Grab them all. Everything is organized. Now I can just double click and bring my different audios. So these are all in your resource pack. You can follow along or just grab your own clips and audios. So every video in this sequence is in slow motion, but there are some cases that we can use these different sound effects to bring the video to life. For example, in the first video, I just muted both the vocal and the music so that I can focus on what's happening. So here we have wind. Clearly, you can see the leaves are moving and this person is in nature. Let me just turn this into a list. So we have, there we go, we have a nature audio. I can just grab a tiny bit of it, then put it right underneath. Play this back. So you can see how it helps with the environment that the video is in. Just one audio and now your video is looking a lot better. Let's pair this with the music. So much better. I can continue this onto my second clip because the setting is the same and my subject is still in nature. My third footage is still of nature. I can just keep this going until here because we have no trees and this setting would just sound different. Let's just split the audio, delete the extra bits. And I'm just going to pull this down into a separate audio track. Because like we said in previous lessons, we want every audio to have their own separate track. That way when I go to the audio track mixer, I will have an easier time adjusting the different volumes. So that's my audio, and because it's not a clean audio, meaning that it's mostly background noise, I will have to fade it in and out. So extend it past your current video so that we have enough space to fade this out. Command H or Control H on Windows. We can get rid of the first crossfade. Just keep the second one for as long as the next video plays. So this is where the video begins. Let's see how it sounds. Now let's bring the other audios. Just gonna label this real quick. Magenta is good. And now let's find my other areas. I'm gonna mute my audio. So here again we have nature. So I can just go back to my source and maybe grab a different section. This is a 3-minute long audio track. So it's pretty helpful for me to just grab it and put it in different parts of my video. Let's extend it here so it begins right before this video ends. Take a look at my next video. We can cut it here because I have a different audio for this scene. Command H or Control H. Let's bring my next audio, which is the bamboo plants in the wind. So normally in this setting there would be like bamboo plants, weed plants that are just being moved around because of the wind. So this audio is suitable. I'm gonna grab a tiny bit of it, grab it right here on a different track. Command H. Next video, we don't really need a sound effect because it's a drone shot and we're clearly far away from the subject. Next one, we have these two people that I think I can use. Let's see what this is. So I just have a sound effect of people talking. We have this laughter section that I'm going to keep for later, but this section where it's quite mellow, I can use it for this video. Drag it right underneath. Separate audio track. Don't forget to change your color so it's not confusing when you move forward. Gonna squeeze these guys back and make more space for the new audios. Because we're not going to change the volume here, but in the audio track mixer. So just by adding this audio, I made it look like there is a roof party and the camera is focused on these two people. But there are others around these two people talking about something. Command H, Control H, and let's end it. We can actually make it go into the second video and bring the laughter part right above. Let's pull it down, hold down Shift so you don't change the position. And maybe start the new audio right before the this video shows up. So here is a transition between video A, video B. I'm going to place my new audio in between them, Command H. So now we have something like this. I'm just going to slow it down. Right click, speed duration, maintain audio pitch. Let's try 70%. Gonna try a different part. And then here I can just bring in my seagull audio. There's a lot of seagulls. Drag this right underneath, again giving it a separate audio track. Be sure to start this before the seagulls video shows up. Command H. Let's give it a listen. And then we're back to the nature scenes. Command H again. I can use my park audio, but a different section. Let's go here before the video starts. Pull it back, Command H. Close it off right here. And I can also bring in the bamboo audio in a separate area. So they kind of play together and I have the suitable environment for my subject. If you're hearing the cut of the seagulls, you can just extend the crossfade so that it fades out cleaner. So now I have all my different audios, they're perfectly placed. The final step is to work with the volume and maybe add a cinematic crop. So let's move into the audio workspace. Go to your audio track mixer. Make sure nothing is mute. And we're going to begin by playing our video back. So in this part where we have only 2 audios, it's pretty good. I'm not going to do anything to it. But once you enter the area where there is the voiceover, the music, and different sound effects, you want to work with the different volumes.
I do not know who I am, yet I desperately want self-definition. That terminology. I'm saying something.
I feel like my voiceover is too low. I'm gonna increase it to 5.
I know who I am, yet I desperately want self-definition.
Audio track 3 is a little hard to hear. Let's get 1.6.
I desperately want self-definition. I'm trying to get us to abandon that terminology.
This one's pretty good. Let's hear it with the
Think
voiceover.
inconsistent. Poor microphone. I am not sophisticated, but
So audio track 6, can't really hear anything. Bring that up.
I am not sophisticated, but simple, concentrated, and friendly. I am not well trained in smile, but
Track
always
5 is too
curious.
loud.
I want to
-2.
help others.
Seagulls. Let's see.
I am a little bit afraid that it might sound nosy to you. I am a visitor.
Alright. So this is pretty good. My volumes are set. One thing that you have to do when it comes to vocals
That it might sound nosy to you.
is to add something called audio ducking. It means that whenever there is a primary sound playing, the background noise or the secondary noise, which is like our music, it needs to be lowered. So right in the end, let's listen to it first.
I am a visitor.
So the sound of the birds and the wind is playing at a constant rate, even when our subject is talking. So what I need to do is to just zoom right in And after my subject finished talking, I need to create keyframes for my two sound effects. So let's work with the wind sound first. Make a keyframe for level at 0 decibels. Go forward and pull this up to like 5 decibels because our video is finished and this is our outro. So what happened right now is this. It suddenly gets louder. Let me just click this so I can see the space. Increase the space so it's a slow and gradual thing. There we go. Do the same thing with the second audio. Click once, 5 decibels. I may have to change the number later, but for now let's focus on making them louder. Gonna unsolo that. There we go. You can also do the same thing for the music. It's a pretty common thing. I guess for the music we can go with a smaller number, such as 3 decibels. I'm gonna bring my playhead there.
A visitor.
So what we did right now, it's called audio ducking. It can also be done during your project. So for example, here your audio is 0 decibels. You're going to reduce it to maybe -5 decibels when the person is talking, and then bring it back to 0 decibels. So that's the technique which you will have to use whenever there is a primary sound playing among all your other sounds. To finish off my video, I'm going to put in the cinematic crop. So grab all of your videos, right click, nest. On this nested group, we're going to add the crop effect. Head down to effect controls, maybe 5% from the top, 5% from the bottom. And now I have the cinematic crop. You can add some color grading, some text. I will leave it like this, but fade out the beginning and the end by holding down Command D, Control D on Windows. Select your video first, Command D, and now it's going to fade in and then fade out. For the end, we can make it more dramatic and match it with the music. So that's pretty good. And now I have myself a really nice poetry video that I can share with my friends and family. So the takeaways from this lesson is the importance of your primary sound and the background sound. Audio ducking, we learned about that. And now that I know the base work of vocals, I can learn more about different channels, how to make a more engaging video with these vocals and other effects. So before moving on to the next lesson, let's see how the video turned out to be.
I do not know who I am, yet I desperately want self-definition. I am trying to get us to abandon that terminology. I am saying something inconsistent. I am speaking to a microphone, broadcasting my despair, but I hear no response. I am not sophisticated, but simple, concentrated, and friendly. I am not well trained in smile, but always curious. I want to help others. I'm a little bit afraid that it might sound nosy to you. I am a visitor.